Hello everyone, today we're gonna take a look at the new Marvel Legends Retro Beast and the VHS Cyclops. First we're gonna take a look at the Beast figure, because there is not much new there. There's just some updated parts, which is the jacket and new head sculpt. We also get the old head sculpt, which we got before with the first release. And this time we're getting a lighter blue skin color as well as lighter hair color. But this time, actually, there is no shading or anything on the hair. But what we get is painted nails. And I think that they should have done it in the first place. So they do it here, so we buy it again. I think that's the purpose. Money. My logo here, the X logo, is terribly painted. As you can see on the black part on the top is not well painted. Also the X, the black here, is missing some paint. The chest has some shading here. I guess it's still less shading than the first release. So it's more empty, but maybe you like that better. We get the trench coat. Finally, Hasbro gave us some soft goods for Marvel Legends. That's great. We get glasses, but unfortunately, they're useless. I mean, this is just like, it's hard to stand this guy. It's just soft plastic, has no port or anything, so it's basically useless because it doesn't stay on his head. Like I was trying the whole time before the video, but it just doesn't doesn't sit there. No way it's working. I don't know how other people did it, but mine just don't work. So there is no port, nothing. Like, I really tried, but no way it's staying there. So even if I try to put it up here, it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. It just drops. So that's really disappointing. Like, they could have done something better, just a small port, not so visible maybe, under this hair part here, somehow. So that sucks, really. And we get this two laboratory things that we got from Lizard. This time this one is written X Gene. And it's also kind of hard for him to hold. He can hold this one very well. I mean, not that well, but it's fine. But this is hard for him to hold. I think it also looks weird when he holds it. So yeah, that's kind of sucks. This one stays, at least. Like, this can drop easier if you don't do it right. Okay, now it stays. But yeah, nice we got these. I think it would have been nice if we also got a book, like we got with the Gwen Stacy figure, for example. And we get the same hands. So this hand can make him stand on his hand like this, backwards. And we also get a fist hand. And we get this open helm hand, but like I wanted to make him like put in his chin like thinking, but that doesn't work so well. Unfortunately, the articulation is not that good, but it's a great body mold. I have to say, it's a great articulation. The butterfly joints goes back very well, so that's great. Maybe we can remove the trench coat to show the articulation, but trench coat looks fine. I think they did a good job. I hope we get more cloth goods. I think this is a good improvement, I have to say, from the last release, that you can have this option. Let's remove it. Maybe take the hands off first. So, as you can see, we also got some shading on the shoulder hairs. So that's nice. Let's put this other hand. And the fist hand. So now he's in the fighting mode. And as I said, the butterfly joints are really nice. And also we got the up crunch here and the waist swivel. So you can make really nice poses. So it's better than the first release for me because I like the lighter blue. Let's change the head sculpt. Oh, this doesn't want to go in. Okay. Yeah, so this head is also nice. I'm happy we got the two head sculpts. And as I said, you can somehow pose him with one hand. That's great. I like to do that. Let's try to balance it. I think it would take too long on the camera, but you can manage it, or just put a stand on him. With the stand, he's gonna stay like that. So yeah, I like this figure. Just, it sucks that the glasses doesn't work, so maybe I have to find different glasses. I don't know what Hasbro was thinking. I mean, don't they test this parts before releasing them? I really don't understand. That's really strange. And on my copy, it's a bit hard to make him stand because the joints are still too tight, I guess. And I have some missing paint here, I guess. There's like black coming through. So this was painted black before, or the plastic was black, yeah. And they painted over blue. That's kind of strange. But yeah. Let's take a look at the Cyclops figure. I guess more people are looking for this guy than the Beast, because the last Cyclops figure sucked, in my opinion, because these bands here were not molded in. They were always dropping down. And this figure gets a new body mold and new parts. So this is the Vulcan body mold, I suppose. And Black Panther also used the same body. I think it looks very nice. This is like the new Bucky cap body mold, you can say. And it's completely pinless, of course. And we get some new parts here, of course. As I said, this is like molded in kind of here as well. And also on the hands. But there is some lines here. I don't know why, but that's kind of weird. Like this part here. Like there's an extra edition kind of plastic there. And the cell shading is not so bad because it's not so visible. So you don't even have to remove it to put your regular X-Men shelf, I have to say. And it's gonna be easier to remove than other figures. So that's a good thing, I think, because most people don't like it. And for accessories, we get open palm hand. And we get this weird open palm hand, more like a relaxed hand. Like, I don't like that they give us two different kind of hands. Like, either give two of these or two of these. I think it looks weird. Same with Beast. So we get this one, but we don't get it for the left hand. And fist, same thing. I don't like that. So with this guy, at least you have two fists. Like, you can pose them with the same hands. And we get this hand to touch his visor thing. That's good, of course, it's necessary. Like, you need a web shooting hand for Spider-Man. And this part is also new, belt. And it stays very well, it's glued in. And here's a cut. So with the last figure, it was a completely separate piece. And when you pose them, it just came out from the body. It looked very weird and strange. I didn't like that. I wish there was some shading on the hair. Unfortunately, we don't get that. And unfortunately, we don't get the blast effect. So that sucks. Like, that would have made this figure 1,000 times better and 1,000 times more worth the money. So that really, really sucks. The box is the regular VHS box. The Beast box is the retro box. I don't need to show that. And this figure has really tight joints. The articulation is great, except the butterfly joints. You have to modify this to really work, unfortunately. Same thing was with the Beast figure. I mean the Black Panther figure. And the ankle, for example, they're like really tight. I think this is gonna break. Like, if I don't heat this up, it looks like it's gonna break. Like, I see the plastic getting white there when I pull it. And here, the same thing. So there's a risk there. So don't use this figure without really heating it up. And everything else, actually not that bad. It's a bit tight, but it's not gonna break anywhere else than the feet. And most of the time, my Marvel Legends broke there. And the double jointed knees are also very tight. Like, I put a lot of force to do that. So that kind of sucks. Like, okay. They look kind of weird, to be honest, because of the pinless new technology, but maybe they will fix that in future. And we had a boot rotation here. That's nice. Maybe it would have been better if it was up there. I don't know. But yeah, the articulation is fine except the tight joint. So far I couldn't really make some nice poses, because if I want to make him like this, I have to articulate the feet as well. But I can't right now. I have to heat it up to make a nice pose like this. But really the blast effect is missing for this figure, which really sucks. So for the price, I have to say this is not worth to get. I mean, there is some new parts, of course. I guess the head sculpt is also new, but we need the blast effect, 100%. So if you don't need this guy that urgent, don't get it, because I know they're gonna release him again with the blast effect and without style shading. That's gonna happen for sure. I think everybody knows that. Yeah, still it's a nice release. And let's check some size comparisons with some other figures. Here is the new Mayfax Spider-Man. I think they look nice together. You can make a Marvel versus Capcom display with these two figures. I think they're gonna look really nice together. And next to Beast, that's also nice. And Iron Man with the Cyclops. Again, Marvel versus Capcom. And see how nice a figure gets when you get a nice blasting effect. So imagine with this guy, would have been really nice. And let's check some X-Men. So here is next to the Retro Apocalypse. I think they also look very nice together. I have to hold the figure because it can't stand with the feet being so weird. So I have to heat it up if I want to stand the figure, which sucks, right? I don't have to put that work. I should not. So they look nice as well. And next to Wolverine, I think they look also very nice together. So I can recommend them, like I often say, if you find it for the cheap price. If not, wait for the next release. Don't feed Hasbro so they do stupid decisions like this. So the glasses for the Beast suck. Everything else is okay. So I have to say the Beast is still a better release than this figure, because there's much things missing. First time they did Beast, they also didn't give us the lab coat. Nothing like this, so we buy it again. So yeah, it's still at the end your decision. See you in the next one.